Lucas, what is our third main topic today?
This one comes from Lucas González. 6 seasons and a movie? The prophecy is coming to life. Dan Harmon has confirmed the rumor that Joel McHale and Alison Brie have been spreading for a while. The Community movie is going to happen. I really love the show and never gave up hope for the movie. This is one of the best series ever, truly ahead of its time, with a meta-narrative that redefined the genre. I'm super excited.
All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, Lucas. All right, first thing I got to say is this. To anybody that's getting overly too excited about this, the first headline I saw about this, the first headline I read was, and actually, can you bring up the webpage there, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. The first headline I read was from a site that I love. I love CBR. Love CBR. We quote CBR here all the time. They're one of the 14 or 15 sites I read every day. Love CBR. But CBR put in their headline, like many others did, that Dan Harmon confirms the movie is officially happening. That is not true. You have to be very, very, people learn the English language. What is actually happening here is neither confirmation nor official. All right, and we'll read Dan Harmon's quote here directly here in a second. So for anybody getting too excited, it is neither confirmed nor is it official that a Community movie is happening. There is, however, good news and things that point us towards that. Absolutely, but I just want to get that out there. The language matters. So let's look into this here first quickly, okay? This is what actually was said. This comes to us from the great folks over at CBR. Who wrote the following. That's the wrong quote there, Jonathan. There we go. No, that's.
I don't think I have the quote.
Oh, we don't have that one. Okay. No, well, then I will just read off myself here.
Oh.
So just put it to me here. So this is what was actually said. I'll confirm, says Dan Harmon, what Alison Brie said, which is that legitimacy is here. Conversations and agreements are happening. Harmon said in an interview with The Wrap. There's a story. Who knows if we'll end up sticking to it? And now negotiations happen. Does that sound like it's confirmed and official?
Oh, no.
No, it's not. But it is good news. It is good news. Anyway, Harmon said in an interview with The Wrap, there is a story and who knows if we'll stick to it. And now negotiations happen. While Harmon did elaborate that the future remains uncertain, he also confirmed that the prospect of Community movie in the future is not an if, but a when. When you put up the percentage chances together, it's like you have to account for maybe the world blowing up or another virus happening, he said. But as far as the industry is concerned, it's a matter of time and not if, for sure. Harmon also confirmed that just because conversations around the movie are moving forward, it could still take some time to become a reality. So the good news for fans of Community is that Dan Harmon is saying, hey, it's all heading in the right direction. We feel at this point like it's a when, not an if. But he's also said that it is not confirmed and it is not official. Their negotiations are happening. No agreements have been made. No contracts signed. It is in and all heading in a good direction. Okay, so with that clarified, that contrary to headlines, it is not official and it is not confirmed. Things are looking good. They are doing a lot of work behind the scenes. The conversations are happening. They're in negotiations. They're trying to make this happen. And it looks today more than any other time before that a Community movie could actually happen. And here's the thing. A lot of naysayers, and understandably so because they're correct to do so, will point back to Arrested Development. That, yeah, Arrested Development was a beloved show, but coming back to revisit it turned out to be a mistake. And despite the fact that everybody said, oh man, you do another Arrested Development, everybody will watch it. The ratings didn't do so good. Not a lot of people watched it. Like, it's not an automatic. But here's the thing about Community. That show, aside from talent, take the talent aside. That's a stupidly cheap thing to make. With like 4 sets and like limited extras and whatever. This is a stupidly inexpensive thing to do. Now, if you can get Donald Glover to sign back up, and that'll be key. I think you're going to lose a lot of people instantly if you don't get
You got to have
back.
Troy.
Yeah, you got to have.
Troy and Abed in the morning.
you got to have both of them there. So if you can get him signed up, he's probably the most expensive piece of the puzzle. But if you can get that cast back, and they'll probably never get Chevy Chase back, like with all the stories about that. So, okay, do it without Chevy Chase, that's fine. But aside from Chevy, which how great would it be, though, if they did get Chevy back? Like, that would be a really nice story that they were able all to mend fences and bring it all, but that's probably never going to happen. But you bring back the whole cast other than Chevy Chase, and you make this thing for, like, cast aside, for like $15 million. Where's the risk? There's like no risk.
Especially for a streamer.
Especially for a streamer. But I mean, if you could do this for the right price, and that would be the key. And who knows what the price would be? Who knows what Ken Jeong wants? Who knows what Donald Glover wants? Who knows whatever the name of the lead guy is? I keep forgetting. Joe McHale. Who knows what he wants?
From Mercer Island.
Liz, if you can get all this production with cast and everything, you get that all made for $30 million. I think this becomes attractive to even traditional movie theatrical release, because this, now you're talking about a movie that would probably need to make about $90 million overall to be profitable. You don't think that could look kind of appetizing to a Universal or to a Paramount or to whoever would ultimately end up being the distributor of this? I mean, and you're right, because of the price would be so low, it could also look very appealing to a streamer.
And production costs, though, this movie doesn't cost a lot. You're not going to Mordor.
Nothing.
You know, there's no effects.
I mean,
you're not getting into F-18s flying off carriers. You know, you can shoot this.
You're either renting a community college space or having one your soundstage. And honestly, renting one is probably cheaper. When we produced a short this year, we were able to get a community college space for like $200 for 5 hours of filming.
Yeah, LACC, man.
Yeah.
I've shot there a number of times.
If I can afford to make this movie, I think surely Peacock could.
Right.
But let me ask you this question, though. I mean, and by the way, like a lot of people saying it would be Peacock, sure, maybe, but again, I think theatrical release. But they did get Donald Glover back for that. Remember during the pandemic, they did the Zoom cast reboot,
Yes.
one of the episodes. So let me ask you this. Can they do this if Donald Glover didn't come back? Because obviously at the time, Donald Glover wasn't Donald Glover.
Right.
Now he is. Do you think they can still do this without him coming back?
They could, but should they?
Yeah, I think that's the right question.
And you know what? I'll tell you something. Obviously, one of the things that you hear from other ensemble legacy shows, it's not necessarily the actors, it's their people. It's their managers, it's their agents. They get in the mix and they're like, well, you can't have Donald Glover without $5 million.
Right.
Well, with something like this, you're probably going to have to go favored nations where everyone's going to get paid $1 million. They'll try and agent you and everything, but this is something where the cast would have to be in solidarity. Everybody, and I can imagine, look, I don't know any of these people and everybody wants to get paid. I get it. Mm-hmm. But to do something like this, the only way it's going to get done is if all this cast comes back together to do it. Once you start losing one cast, and Ken Jeong could say, you know what, I want $5 million. And then
the Masked Singer has done pretty well for me.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it's so it would have to be, and I'm sure Dan Harmon as a creator could sit there and go, look, guys, this is either going to happen or it's not. It's up to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Come together. It's favored nations. You all do it for $1.
Yeah.
And if you do that, we get to make it.
Exactly.
If you don't, we won't.
Well, it's truly such an ensemble show. Obviously, everyone has their favorites. You know, you definitely pick out people. I constantly send that little meme of Donald Glover screaming, "My emotions!" You know, but everyone has to come back for this to be successful.
Okay.
And it doesn't take long. They could shoot this in, 4 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you probably could. You have the right script. As long as you don't try to go nuts with it, just really make it character and dialogue based. It could be great. Okay, so let's put it down to this percentage chance that this movie actually happens with everything we just heard from Dan Harmon. Chris, I'll start with you. What are the chances, percentage-wise, that this actually happens?
I'd go over 75%,
So
unless somebody is a real poopy about like getting paid. I think this will get made.
Rob?
I'm only going to go 40. 40%.
Ah, okay.
Now, if I'm directing,
Okay, Matt.
what can we bring to the table here?
Well, you do got that first look deal with Warner Brothers. I'm going to go with you. Actually, that's the same number. I say 75%. Like when Harmon says that, at this point, it really feels like a when it happens, not an if it happens. Again, that there's still a lot of things that can go wrong and whatever. So I'll go as high as 75%. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Were you a Community fan? Would you be interested in a movie, or are you like, nah, we saw what happened to Arrested Development. We're good with Community the way it is. I don't know. And do you think it's actually going to happen? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. We want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of this video, BetterHelp. Guys, long gone are the days that we could afford to just ignore our emotional and mental health. And it's also time that we got over this idea that seeking emotional and mental health is some kind of sign of weakness. You know, when we want to get more physically healthy, we go to the gym and we're proud of that to get our physical bodies healthier and stronger. Well, it's time we gave the same kind of importance to our mental and emotional health, and that's where our friends at BetterHelp come in. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers you video therapy, on the phone, or even live chat only therapy sessions. And I know a lot of people have thought about starting therapy, but they get held up with the idea that it's going to be really expensive. Well, BetterHelp is much more affordable than traditional in-person therapy. So listen, guys, it's time for us to start taking our mental health far more seriously. Our listeners of the John Campea Show get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Campea. That's betterhelp.com/Campea.